Hi, I'm Franco and this is my game, Lords of Zanora. Next I'm gonna show you how to play it. So, in the box you will find a deck of cards, 5 player aids and 2 rule books. In the deck there are 11 copies of 5 different cards called factions. This is the water faction, metal, fire, wood and earth. You win the game if you are the first player who plays these 5 factions, these 5 element cards in front of you in a column. They must be placed in a certain order. For example, for this fire card, I know that I must place on top of it only earth and underneath only green wood. So, underneath I can play this wood, on top I can play this earth, and I can see this graphic element tells me that underneath this wood I must place only a water card, and underneath the water card I must place only a metal. This metal I can place it on top of wood, like so. Doesn't really matter. So this is a column that will win me the game if I'm the first to do it. Now, the setup of the game is very simple. Each player receives 2 cards, and then the deck is placed in the middle of the table in easy reach of everyone. Now, let's start with the first action, draw cards. Pretty simple. Either I draw 2 cards from the top of the deck, or in case there is a discard pile already formed, like so, I can draw the top card of the discard pile. This is basically it. What you must remember is that before you do any action, you must have at most 5 cards in your hand. So let's say this is my turn, I have 2 actions to do. My first action is draw 2 cards. I have 7 cards in my hand, and before I do my second action I must discard up to 5. So I will discard this and this, and I remain with 5 cards. The next action is play a card. Play a card means I place a card in front of me in my play area, like so. The next card I will play during the game, I can either attach it, let's say like so. I can play this one on top of it. If I had a fire, I could place the fire underneath it, or I might play another card nearby, meaning that now I can start 2 columns. The advantage of having columns is this: while I have 2 cards in a row, the top card of the row, also called the leader, gives me an ability, this one. These abilities can be used by tapping the card and do not cost any action. The list of the abilities for each faction is written on the other side of the player aid. See? Like so. So, I can use the abilities of the leaders anytime during my turn, without costing me any action, in any order I want. And each time I use it, I tap the card like this, marking the ability is used. During the game, I might, let's say, be able to place a card on top of a used leader, like so. It is perfectly normal, it's okay, but I cannot use the new leader's ability again, since on my round this alliance has been already used. The leader, see, the energy of the alliance is already used. At the start of each player turn, the first thing I must do is refresh my cards. So I can now have all the leader's ability available again to me. The third action, attacking another player's column. Let's suppose that during this game the enemy has this column and I have this one. And I also have these cards in my hand. Okay, so since the enemy has 3 cards played and I only have 2, he's closer to victory, so I must attack him. A card can only be attacked only if it has no other card or supporter underneath it. So the only card I can discard from this column is the water card. In order to do so, I must use only the earth card, because only the earth has this symbol here, this icon here. Basically this tells me that the earth card discards a water. So water can only be attacked only by the earth card. And the discard, the attack, goes like this. I take my earth card from the hand and the water card from the enemy alliance, and I put them in the discard pile in any order I choose. And I choose to be like this. So now we have equal alliances, 2 for me and 2 for him. There are basically, the attack is the discard action. You must discard cards. You cannot discard cards most of the time from the enemy alliance, only if it has nothing underneath it. There is this ability of the fire card that says that when it is used, can discard a card from the enemy hand, in this case from my hand. So when his turn, he might do this and discard a random card from my hand, let's say this one. So this is it. These are most of the rules. So basically you must be the first who can make an alliance of 5 elements. The top of the alliance, the leader of the alliance, can give you a certain ability, different for each color. You have to play 2 actions on your turn and as many special leader abilities as you want in any order. You must have at most 5 cards in your hand when you play actions. If the deck is somehow used during the game, just reshuffle the discard pile and place it face down in the play area and start drawing cards if needed. And this is basically it. One more rule. If played in 2 players, the win condition is having 6 cards in the alliance, not 5. So this is it. Deal 2 cards to each player, then take 2 actions out of the 3, draw, play and attack. Use the abilities and be the first who have all 5 cards in the same alliance and win the game. Quite a simple game, easy to play, easy to learn. You can play it anywhere. So have fun, enjoy it, good luck.